Let's take a look at how to map the SSIS data types to your source slash destination of choice. Now, I mentioned in the previous video, this is video what, number 39, I think, in our course 158 on integration services. So I mentioned in the previous video about how to use the XML mapping files to get comfortable with the data types. Now, let me show you where these are stored. So I am on an x86 machine, just a 32-bit machine. So it's in my C drive. It's in my program files. Microsoft SQL Server, 100, which is 10.0 really, maybe 105 for you if you're on R2, and DTS. And under here, you've got hey look, we called them mapping files, so we get a mapping files folder. So go to the mapping files, and they're all in here. So there's a bunch of them. Let me change my views to list. Scroll in on them and just show you some of these here so we can kind of figure them out together and look at these. You can see the JET here. So here's a whole section of the JET links. This is going to different data sources. So what uses JET? Do you know? Maybe you don't. I don't know. Excel, Microsoft Access. Use the JET database engine. DB2 up there. You can see DB2. I'll bring it back up here. So we're moving with the JET links, the JET mapping files here. I have mapping JET data types to DB2 data types, mapping JET data types to Oracle data types, mapping JET data types to the SSIS data types. Now you can open up these mapping files and figure here's what the people who wrote the integration services, the whole integration services piece thought JET data types mapped to SQL Server. You can definitely look at it here and see what they thought with SSIS. Now, how do you open this? Well, you can double click on it if you're using Vista or Windows 7 or Windows 2003 or 8, and it will open it in Internet Explorer. Whether or not you allow blocked content doesn't make any difference. Okay, you're just viewing an XML file. So here you go. Let's just take, let's see, yeah, currency. Okay, so you know Excel and Access have the currency data type. So the currency data type in the JET database maps to the DTCY data type in SSIS. Now, if you're not familiar with the data types in SSIS, we just got through showing that in the previous video. So you might want to go back and watch video number 38 on data types and parsing and how all that works. Oh, there's a bunch of them down here. I mean, you can figure it out. Generally speaking, what I use these files for is, you know, I have a short data type in Excel. What is the right data type to make that in SSIS? Well, I come over here and I do just a find and I look for the word short. Hey, there it is. Up, maps to DTI2. It's a assigned integer, assigned 2-byte integer. Sweet. I got it now. Thanks. And I close the mapping file and I'm done. And you can figure all of this stuff. You could see how these all work. There's two of each in here. Okay, so what I mean by that, forwards and backwards. So here is the JET to SSIS. So that's number one, right? But over here is the SSIS to JET. So these are for the import-export wizard. That's where these were generated. They're not used by anything other than the import-export wizard. And when you have the JET as source, then it's going to use this one, right? So it uses that, okay, because it's now got to convert the JET data types to the SSIS data types. When you have the JET as destination, then it's going to use this one, SSIS to JET. Pretty simple to work with these, I think. So play around in here. I like to open these myself, generally Visual Studio. Visual Studio, I like the XML viewer. I usually have the Visual Studio open as well, so it's not so heavy for me to open it. But it's pretty easy to work with. I also like the ability to kind of collapse things here so I could just find what I need. So I hope this helps you understand the data types just a little bit more.